you doing? Welcome to Candid with Candy, your favorite podcast. Yes, it is. I'm your host, V Candy, Majlamini Chikendi Keke, and we are coming to you live from the mighty Ezulwini Villa. I hope I find you well. Today we have an exclusive for you, as we do, and I'm super excited and pumped to be talking to one of the most humble, down-to-earth, charming, and what else? A rich kid. You're no longer a kid. He is a son of the founding father of Zimbabwe, the late Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe. Of course, we have Robert Mugabe Jr.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
I was about to say rich kid of Zimbabwe, then I thought, Tino, you turned 30 in February.
Yeah.
I also see a kid guy.
No, not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way past it.
So for people, if they are to introduce you as I did, they would say a son of a legend, of the founding father. Yeah. How would you describe yourself outside of that?
How would I describe myself?
Yes. What would you say? Who would you say you are outside of that?
I'm Tino, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I am.
Who is Tino?
Who's Tino?
Yes.
As you said, I would like to describe myself as a charming guy.
Okay.
Similar to what you said. I'm an architect. I'm a gym fanatic.
I can see that.
Fitness fanatic. That's basically what I do, what I spend my time doing. I hustle. I enjoy socializing with people. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep it simple. Yeah.
You are an easy guy, because when people would view you from not within your proximity, they would assume, okay, spoiled but then you say that you are a hustler. Do you work, or you get the money whilst just sitting
I wouldn't say
in your sleep?
I mean, to a certain extent, I've been fortunate.
Yes.
I've been lucky enough to be fortunate in my life. Some people may call it spoiled, but I mean, I wouldn't call it spoiled because my parents they groomed me well. Yeah, they groomed me well. I'm pretty sure if you had, I don't know if you have children or not. Do you have children?
I have a son.
Yeah, you have a son. So of course you want him to, you're going to spoil your son. You want him to
be comfortable.
Yes, to be comfortable, to have access to resources, so that he can become the best version of himself. So, I don't know if that's spoiling. Then I guess it is to a certain extent, but I look at it like, it's a blessing.
It is.
Yeah.
I like how you put it.
Yeah.
What sort of upbringing did you have? Did you actually live a normal life, going to school as a normal kid, or because of the position you found yourself in, it was impossible? Did you have like a normal childhood?
I guess what I can do is I can describe my childhood.
Yes.
And I don't know if it will be normal or not.
Because that is what you were exposed to, and
like,
it was your normal, maybe.
I feel like people, of course it wasn't normal because I didn't have access to the freedom that everyone else had. And for me, the main thing in my life has always been freedom. Gaining personal freedom. Yeah. And for most of my life, I never had that. Financial freedom, okay, fine, yes. But then, freedom of choice, to be able to
be where you are,
who I want to be, and do what I really want to do. Didn't have that freedom because of the position that my dad held, and my parents, who they were. It was, I was limited.
But we're talking or different. I don't know the time here because we're almost the same age. Raka,
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
to be honest, because during our time with same raka maflau
maflau dunu. Brad. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Hot Wheels, watch cartoons, DSTV, Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I spent a lot of time at school, primary school. I went to Artman House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from grade 1 to grade 3. I went to St. Michael's prep, which prepares you for Hardman House. Hardman House is from grade 4 to grade 7. I don't know if that's still the system, but that was the system back
I think so. Yeah.
then. Yeah, my childhood was pretty. I mean, my parents would always tell me to focus on school, focus on my education. So that was what my childhood was mainly about. And of course, the politics side to it. I mean, I was born in it, so it's something that I had to consider in my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your most vivid memory of you growing up? Something that sticks out from.
The first thing I can think of now is playing soccer with my dad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it's something that not a lot of people could think that my dad would do inside the house. But it's one of those where, you see, outside.
Because we would see him with a suit and a tie.
Yeah.
To be playful like that. Was he?
Inside the house, he was a dad. He was a father.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember one of my friends asked me. She was like, "Cool, you know, when you say your dad, sometimes it hits me differently because we don't look at him as a father, as someone's father. We look at him as a president, you know, as a presidential figure, as a political figure.
Yes.
So I guess that's one side that people don't really know about. I guess the experience that.
So you would actually relate in that way when he comes home.
Dad,
he is a normal dad.
Yeah.
And you would have normal conversations.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say that you studied architecture. Did you study that way? And why did you choose that line of work, of profession?
So how it started was I was just naturally a creative person. So I decided to choose a major where I could utilize my creativity. Yeah. So I ended up in architecture. Of course, I could have chosen graphic design or interior design, but I wanted something.
As which go away to art
challenging.
and.
I didn't even do art. That's the funny thing.
So where did you get that passion?
It's just natural. You know, when you're just creative, when you're creative, it's natural, it just comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I started realizing I was actually good when I went into architecture school. I did art when I was probably like grade 4 or something. But I didn't take it seriously. So when I was drawing, I remember my teacher was telling me, yo, your lines, you have good lines, because the way you draw your lines shows if you're a good artist. So, and I'd never done art professionally or properly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started realizing, okay, I'm actually good at this stuff, so why don't you go into architecture? But architecture also has its technical side to it. And it's technological.
How long was that program?
It's 5 years to get a degree, and then another 2 years to get a master's. So that's 7 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Like.
But for me, it's been on and off. I started in Dubai. Took a break. I switched. I went to South Africa. 2 years. Yeah, it was okay. It was alright. But I wanted more to focus on the technological side.
Okay.
You know, when they started teaching architecture back, it's not even back in the day. 5 years ago, they didn't have the softwares that we're using now. So you find out when I moved to Singapore, that's where they were focused mainly on the technological side of architecture. Right. So you find a lot of senior architects, people who are professional architects, that become into our classes to learn the new.
Oh, okay.
software.
Because it evolves.
It evolves. So that's the thing.
Okay.
So the things that I can do now, the architects that graduated, let's say 10 years ago, can't do what I do.
So it will be obsolete at some point, and they have to keep up.
Yes, so they have to keep up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'll say we're the new generation architects, we have more to offer than the older generation.
Have you been putting it to use? Like, do you actually work? Have you been putting it to use?
I've done some projects.
Have you? Yeah, that's the question. Have you done some projects?
Yeah, I've done a couple of projects. But you see, the thing is, architecture is a sensitive field. You're designing living spaces for people, and it's important. You know how you arrange the spaces defines how a person's going to experience, how they're going to feel, how they deal
Yes.
with this tiny things like also the safety. So
Oh, you get into that as well?
yeah, we get into that
Of the
as well.
structure and...
Yeah, the structure, make sure it stands, the aesthetics, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so that matters when it comes to architecture.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you say that you are you're a fitness fanatic, I know that at some point you were playing basketball. What happened? And then you even played for the national team or something.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. So are you still doing that? Basketball. What happened?
Basketball. I still play. I'm good. You know, I can still make the national team, but I wanted to play basketball, make it professional. That's what I wanted to do. That's if I had to choose what was my number one passion. My main passion is basketball. But you see,
Michael Jordan and then I don't know compare. Because who's the greatest? Who's the GOAT?
Michael Jackson. I remember
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's the
Yeah.
best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I say Michael Jackson?
Michael Jordan. No, I said Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
The best player.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
some people
Steph.
would debate and say the LeBron James.
Oh,
but
LeBron. Okay.
But I don't think it's LeBron. Do you watch basketball?
I know Michael Jordan. I know Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry is good.
And LeBron.
Yeah,
I know them.
He's okay. He's all right.
So if it were up to you, you would have pursued it. Yeah.
Yeah. If it
Then
were,
Chichagate.
there's a lot of things. Politics.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. I started understanding who I was, and the role that I should be playing in my life.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, to fulfill that role, I can't fulfill that role playing basketball. You know, I have to focus on, for example, my studies. So I stopped playing basketball when I was 26, 27, something like that. I'm 30 now, so it's been 3 years since I've played. And I've just been
Don't you
focusing
miss
on
it?
life.
Because
Yeah,
if
I
it was like a passion, somewhere it's tucked in somewhere in
Yeah.
you. Do you do it for leisure and just chilling with the boys
No,
and you
not
play
anymore. I don't even play at all.
for real?
Yeah.
And you don't
I
miss it?
miss it, I do. But like I said, there's the more important things
to do.
to focus on, yeah. Like family, business, education, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as I say that you recently turned 30,
Yeah.
how does it feel? What has changed? Your mindset mentally, your outlook on life, what has shifted?
Just the
from
numbers change.
just the numbers
The
shift.
numbers.
I think it's a bit different.
I mean, of course, I've experienced more. I make better decisions, I guess.
No.
I don't know. I guess. I'm more aware of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm more aware of others.
I guess that's important.
Yeah. It comes with the age and experience.
Self-actualization, it comes with age. Sometimes it doesn't come with age. It just comes with life lessons, experience.
Yeah.
It just changes you.
Yeah.
And I love what you say that you are more aware of others.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, being selfless. Yeah.
I guess.
So, in terms of just your drive and your focus, what does 30, this new leaf, mean to you?
30.
Yes.
It's just.
Just a number, like you said.
I don't know what it means. I've never thought of it in that way.
Okay.
But I know how it feels, and it feels good to be 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the best I've ever felt. I've never felt this good.
And how about like the young ones, I'm at 2000, do they now see you as, hey, uncle?
Yeah, that's the thing. You see, you find out. Because when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure you can vouch for the same.
Yeah.
When I was young, when I was 20, for example, and me and my older brother, we have an 8-year difference.
Yes.
So when I was 20, he was 28, and I was like, hey, Shah, but I'm against my
Imagine that.
You know, I was like, you guys are old. You know. Then when I got to 28, I was like, but
It's not
it doesn't
so
even,
bad.
you know, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like that. It's not 28 doesn't feel like how people are perceive it to be.
Like younger people, like you were
Yeah.
saying, when I was 20, I would see 28 as,
Yeah,
yeah,
you see
makura
that.
shu.
Yeah.
But then when you are 28, you don't feel that way.
No, you don't. I know there's certain people at 28 running on my back problems.
No, Tino, back problems.
Okay, maybe at 30.
No, come on. Oh, ndio wakudot age.
But it is, I'm going now. I've never had this.
Not no.
Yeah, I'm strong.
No back
healthy,
problem. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, life is good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. In terms of just the spiritual aspect, people have seen you turning up and just living your life, YOLO. Are you spiritual?
Turning up is good for my spirit.
Okay.
So I mean, something spiritual for me is something that goes once you. Being spiritual is realizing what's good for your spirit. That's how I look at it. Other people may have different views, understanding of what being spiritual is. But for me, going to the club, having a party
is spiritual.
you know,
It's good for your
it's good
spirit.
for my spirit. I
Okay.
leave the club. I'm happy. I'm motivated. Monday comes and I'm like, okay, let's go. You know.
Okay, outside of
It's a
that
good stress relief.
spiritualism,
Yeah.
outside of that
I'm on
spiritual,
church. I'm on the gym. I'm on. You know, the people do different things for their spirit.
okay. In terms of being connected to the divine, and in this instance, I mean God, do you have that relationship? Or you get your soul fed in the club, as you said, because we are all different.
I do. I believe God created everything for good. Well, in the Bible it does say God created everything for humans to, experience.
Yeah.
Feel me? So, me experiencing God, me having a personal relationship with God is more of me experiencing what God has to offer in this world. That's, if I could say, that's the epitome of my relationship with God, being able to experience what He's given.
There is a song that says how great thou art, like creation, that's also part of it. You can appreciate God in that way. So that's as far as you go. Did you grow up going to church, and do you believe in that fellowshipping, or it's more personal?
I grew up in
Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic. By grade 3, I got I got baptized when I was I think 4 years old. No, I wasn't 4. I was 6 or 5 years old, because I remember my younger brother was a baby, so I was probably 5 years old, 5 or 6. We got baptized on the same day, and then after baptism, at grade 3, in grade 3, that's when you have to do this. It's not like a ritual, but you have to go through a process.
Communion. What is it?
Yeah.
Because I've never been to Roman Catholic.
Yeah, you have to go through a
First
process
communion.
to have your first communion.
Oh.
But they don't give you wine because it's Buruana, so they give you like
Raspberry?
red grape or something. Yeah,
Okay.
kind of raspberry. Yeah. But when you're older, no one knows what people wine.
And of course, Baba Ibonya, so-
It's
Okay.
like shit about. No. But
Yeah.
so Roman Catholic. My father always used to walk around with the rosary in his pocket. That's something that people didn't know. He's always had a rosary in his pocket. He was
Really?
very religious man. He's stuck by the book, by the Bible. He made sure everything that he did was Christian. Yeah. So the time because Titiro I know Titiro is Peter. So he'd always try and make sure we're keep us in check. We'd go to Sunday Mass every Sunday. Although sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I'm bored. And at times we'd sleep in Mass. Because it'd be you go through the Bible.
Yeah.
And you would have read the whole Bible. And you'd have read the whole Bible and I'd try it inside out.
What?
But then-
No way, Kupi, Kuchech.
just in general, readings. I went to a Roman Catholic school.
Did you go ndio wakaenda kwakutama?
Koktama, yeah.
Oh,
You see now,
okay.
so even Hardman House is a Roman Catholic school. We'd go to Mass till my grade 1, match, up until grade 7. Form 1 to Form 4, so we'll attend Mass like 3 times a week. So at that point, and you also would have religious classes. Like, I what it's called. It's not Bible studies,
Mass.
but something like that.
Is it? Okay.
So you get to a point where you know you've read the Bible inside out, you've heard every verse. You got to a point where you're like, okay, but it's just not good there, guys.
I guess it's never enough, but then I get you.
So you start looking for like new information.
Yeah.
You start looking into new religions. Like when I moved to the UAE to study, I started learning about Islamic culture and the way of living, and it was pretty interesting. It's different from Christianity. It opens.
Did you understand and appreciate it, or to
Yeah.
you it was foreign? What's your take on that?
I understood it. Yeah.
Did you practice it?
That's the thing. You can practice something and not be. You can practice Islam and not be Muslim.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but then
It's like a way of life.
it's a way of life.
It's like, for example,
Like loving your neighbor, or it's different things that
like
you're expected
in Islam,
to do.
I'll give you an example. They say they have certain rules, you shouldn't eat pork because pork is not good for you. Things like that.
Yeah.
Certain people don't eat pork. It's the Islam way, but they're not Muslims. But just because they learned from Muslims. that,
Okay.
pork can be toxic. Yeah.
Yeah. There are other Christians who
Yeah.
don't eat pork.
As well.
Yeah, I think Seventh Day or
My
something.
posture, my seventh
Nema Mapostor in Rastafarians, they don't eat meat.
day. Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah.
They're vegetarian.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just depends. It depends.
Yeah.
I don't believe
so you're
one-
fluid when it
I don't
comes
believe
to
one religion
when it
has
comes
to-
to your faith. You are fluid.
Cannot when I'm educated and someone who has an open mind, and someone who reads a lot, you end up realizing that the people that actually created these religions, of course they did it for the betterment of humanity, but they did what
Which
they
one
thought
is
was
questionable?
best for them.
Which one, Tino, is questionable for you? Which religion
What do you mean questionable?
is questionable that you say it was created because they were trying to do this?
All of them. They're trying to, of course, help people, steer
Yeah.
people towards the best path that they thought was the best path.
Okay.
But then if one religion was the best path, now everyone should be following one religion.
No, I
But we're
guess
going
like
in a
we
different
cannot all agree.
Yeah. we're going
Yeah.
yeah.
But then at the end of the day, it's important to love your neighbor, to love yourself, to be kind, and
Yeah.
to love God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first thing they taught us in one of the religious classes, I think it was a Catholic class, they said one of the golden rule, they gave us the golden rule. The golden rule was do unto others as you want them to do unto you.
you.
Saka, that's how I live my life. I live my life, how I treat people, how I act.
Would you
towards
consider yourself a kind person or a selfless person? Would
Yeah.
those around you vouch
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah.
that?
Sometimes too kind. It's just, hey, you know how many people come to me every week? Yo, Chashan this one. Hey, the people don't really like you. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's about being used. But I guess that's the thing. When you're a kind person, when you're also generous, also when you're compassionate, and at times, most of the time, you put others before yourself. Especially when you're in a position where in your life you feel like you're fortunate and you don't really need anything more. You have what you want.
Yeah.
You're in a position where if you're not helping people, then what are you doing? Yet if you don't see someone who's doing worse than you, or someone who's in a bad position trying to help them, push them, then what are you doing? But you see, sometimes this one, but I don't believe in that. Like the Shanti say, like what Prophet Passion said, Anzu, if you're not but if you're not useful, then you're useless.
I sort of get you. Like if you do a thing with the right intention and motive, it doesn't matter what the other person, is in this for. If you know that your heart is clean, you will be rewarded for that. As for the other person, again, there is karma. Life will repay them for that. Yeah. And talking of Prophet Passion, I've been seeing you hanging around with him. Are you friends? And all of a sudden, I see Tino
and it's natural. Okay, I first saw him on social media.
Yeah.
I thought he was a funny guy from the go. And it, but
You were never annoyed by him, Pektanga?
Not that I was never annoyed.
Okay.
I always used to see this guy today, but Prophet, I'm not tell the source, but fine. But he's smart and he's intelligent.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to meet him. It just so happened, naturally, that we were in Zim at the same time. I think he just recently came. And so when I came, one of my friends who knows him, they are bruh, I don't watch that son and a prophet. Yes, and okay, cool, because what and I was like, okay, cool, let's meet up. And then from then onwards, we've just been, spending a lot of time.
Your aura's connected.
Almost every day.
What will you be doing? I've seen the videos and just like, okay, what's really happening? What are you guys doing? My name is GT.
You see, he's a spiritual guy. He's a decent. He's a straight person, straightforward. And I look at him as a mentor.
Okay.
He's older, and he's like a spiritual figure in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You also connect in that way?
Yeah.
Spiritually?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's wise, a wise guy. Wise.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I guess when people see him face value, they would assume that he's just a playful guy, but then there's a method.
No.
There is a method to the madness or to whatever he does.
Yeah,
there's a method.
He's done well in his life.
Yeah.
He helps a lot of people. Basically, I see in him part of what I would want to achieve in the next couple of years. He does a lot for a lot of people, and those are the things that you'll never show on Instagram. Yeah, like the private side,
the charity side.
Just everything. It's just he's a generous person. Helps a lot of people. Hires a lot of people. Does a lot of people things for people. Never asks anyone for anything. He's always the one just giving.
So he's a giver.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about DJ Towers?
DJ Towers. Towers.
I've seen
Towers
videos with him.
But you see, that's it. You need people like. When I saw the Towers now, Java together, I
explosive. I'm like, what?
Until you chill with someone, like face to face.
Yeah.
When I was one book, now a couple of days, and so you realize, so that's how it is with Towers. Towers as well gets along, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. With anyone, before you sit with them to talk to them, a person may see you and make a conclusion.
Yeah.
But then once you sit with someone, you're like, oh, okay, they're good vibes. Yeah. How do you protect yourself from not being taken advantage of because you are able to help? How do you protect yourself from that? To draw the line where people are just calling, asking, expecting, and where do you draw the line?
When you can't, you don't. Yeah.
So you're able to say no.
Yeah, everyone has their boundaries.
Okay. And one of the things that had been so public, your dating life.
Yeah.
What's your type?
What's my type?
Yes.
I ain't got no type.
Is that vague? I ain't got no type. Then no is the only thing that I like.
Just leave it there.
You killed me.
I really see that mouth. Yeah.
Really? I do see that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have a time.
You ain't got no time.
Yeah.
Because people want to know. Bad.
Yeah.
Do you ever plan
on... Okay, someone can't. Mainly females.
Oh my
God.
Look at me.
Yeah.
And look at you.
Yeah.
And look at me again. Yeah. Okay. Do you ever think of settling? Is that in your plans to settle, to have a family, to have kids, or you want to be a player?
No, don't try to
Are we taking
When
that?
I'm going to say something.
Titore kama resume, you know.
It takes time. You have to.
Tiripanapa. What are we doing? Are we looking? Tite seche.
Not
Ndiyanla
all
kuzothi type
in the
again
next
stay.
2 to 3 years. Not all
Okay.
sorry.
Unos-
Probably have a child by then, 2 maybe.
Oh, okay. Do you believe the term that is used, yakuti wife material? Kuti there are some girls who are maybe club material or trophy girlfriends or trophy wives, whatever, that you cannot put in the home. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, I do. Because I've done it before. I made that mistake once.
What
And
happened?
you bring the wrong girl into, not your home, but you try, moving in, and yeah, you just see, actually.
Muthi womsango.
That's someone who goes up.
Oh. Aita say now chitu. What made you say this is
No,
not
she
the
wasn't. I
person?
got see the moon who goes up.
She was
No,
wild.
it's just ask me.
Bad bedoma bed bed ngochitaura. So munhu wekudza pamba tino anenge akaita sei for a guy like you. Let's just put it out there.
For me, it's hard to write down to put a list because I've tried that, writing down the qualities that I'd expect
Yeah.
from my person or my potential girlfriend or wife or whatever.
Mother of your children.
Yeah, mother of my children. There's certain qualities that I must. Right.
Let's talk about those.
Okay. Name a few. Oh, she has to be helpful, of course. She should be willing to want to do things for others.
Kind.
Yeah.
Selfless.
Yeah.
Loving.
You don't have to be kind. I mean, but
Shamwari, kindness ndo
You
inoita
can-
kuti uite for some people.
really. I mean, some people aren't kind, but they can do stuff for people.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that not like an oxymoron? Kind and do stuff for people. Or maybe in their hearts they are. Maybe the person that
They do stuff for people who they probably know.
they're kind too.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's complicated because humans are complicated. They're complex.
So
you
what
can't
I-
put
what-
someone in a box and expect them to be this. And it's also limited. So I trust that God will provide. So
What I understood
Yeah.
just recently, I had a list, and then I had to go back to. I just got a conviction that do you have the same qualities that you're expecting in another person?
Yeah.
And I had to do some introspection and to
Yeah.
be honest with myself that, okay, if another person who has these qualities that I'm looking for was to get someone like me, were they gonna be thankful or to say, I've been unlucky?
one question.
So it's important. Sometimes you attract who you are. Do you know that?
Serious. Sure.
You do. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good thing because I've only had one bad relationship.
So you're good.
That's like, I'm good.
Are you currently dating?
I don't know.
It's complicated.
It's complicated, man.
It's not really. You can.
What's dating? Dating is it just like going on dates with people, trying to see where it goes?
Do you have like a main chick?
I have someone who I like. Yeah. I have someone that I like, yes.
Do you have a main chick? You're actually under lock to say.
I want that, but no.
It's gone. So what do you have? What's that? Oh no, dear. That's funny. How would you describe what you have? You know, did you?
What I have
If you had to
with this
fill a
person.
form, what is it you have with this person that you like?
Yeah. No, it's something special. It's something special.
Okay, you're getting to know them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, time is a really good indicator.
I love that.
Yeah. To see whether two people are meant to
Yeah.
be in a relationship with each other.
Because time,
Both things are supposed to go for.
with time, it always comes out, whether you're compatible or not, or even if they are faking it,
Yeah.
true colors will surface.
Guys always come out.
With time. But then that one was really bad.
For sure.
That one, not a daughter.
Yeah,
Do we know
actually,
them?
Yeah, I know that one was time
we
as
know
well.
them?
After, yeah, everyone knows.
Everyone knows them.
Yeah.
How bad were they?
Zimbabwean, so I'm a Zimbabwean. I've never had a bad Zimbabwean
Oh, okay.
relationship, or I've never dated in Zimbabwean or been in a relationship with a Zimbabwean and have
Okay.
it go bad. Yeah, it's always been.
Because people were
Good
about to
vibes.
speculate. I know the comment section, like, okay. I think, okay, it has been, because we have names.
Yeah.
Would you ever go public with your relationships as you did the other time for people to know that this is your official goal?
Which other time?
With Hillary, you were public with Hillary.
So no, okay, look, so with Hillary, right? Let me be honest. We were in something, but it wasn't really. There's just a lot going on. There was a lot going on during that time, and we didn't really have. We didn't get to actually have the proper conversation. We're going on dates, seeing each other in different countries, because she travels a lot. Saga. Yeah, there was a time where she traveled somewhere and I happened to be there. Then I swear to God,
you had pictures, you were dating, she was your official.
Yeah, but all of that happened just by chance. You get it? Not track.
Okay.
I swear that she go do man. And then I swear. And the thing was, at that moment, I got a relationship.
Rebound? Were you a rebound?
She actually went to Malaysia, right? Then to Singapore, and then my friend was actually like, I was planning on going to Malaysia. So I was like, no, Hillary's coming. There's a lot of things that were just happening around that time. That's the same time I was a team, then I went to Malaysia.
Yeah.
Singapore, Malaysia is literally, you can drive 30 minutes to Malaysia. A flight is 50 minutes, 30 minutes, like going from Zim to SA. Probably less, shorter. But you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I was like, okay, cool. Let me just come. And I had a break, uni break. I'm like, okay, let me just go see what's happening.
Chance.
And But that was the second time, actually. First time she came to Singapore.
To see you?
No, it was her birthday. I had to go, yes. I swear, it wasn't about me. It was.
I guess when
she didn't even know where I was.
She did. Oh no! Now she knew who you were.
That's
No.
At that
Who
time,
doesn't know who you are?
At that time,
Do we not know his face?
I just landed in Singapore. No one really knew I'd moved to Singapore.
Yeah.
I was in South Africa. That was a year after I left South Africa. Everyone thought I was in South Africa.
She didn't know your face.
She didn't know I was in Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was happening? So I didn't wait to go. It was just.
How long was your
something
relationship?
Light. It wasn't really a relationship. Yeah,
How long was the
situation?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. How long was the situationship?
It was on and off from 2019, July 2019, until on and off. In November 2019, December, on and off. After that, we didn't really see each other. Since
So it was for a few months.
Yeah.
How come we thought it was long? What's your definition of
No one
relationship?
really. I didn't say anything about it. She neither did. She only tango poster.
Okay. Because you look cute together. Like you're both good looking and you have taste.
Thank you. What's going on with the choose over any taste?
Yeah. Because yeah. What's your now I'm worried. What's your definition? You can take the plate. What's your definition?
I'll take something.
What's your definition of a relationship?
It's deciding to be exclusive. When you decide to be exclusive, that's what's how do you relate with someone? Like, you can have a relationship. Like, we relate in a certain way. You have to know what you expect from the other person.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of those have you had where it's exclusive?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Okay. Yeah, so you have.
The relationship it's emotionally demanding. Yeah. It's putting the other person, not really putting them first, but you also have to consider the emotions and everything that you do. And that can be
How would you describe yourself as a partner?
partner.
Yeah,
Me.
as a boyfriend. What do people say
It
about
depends
you?
on
Like, oh, he's bad.
I'm straightforward. I'm more mentally stimulated than I am
Mentally stimulated.
Emotionally.
Gym, sapiosexual.
Yeah. So I have to have someone who I'm on the same wavelength mentally. Yeah. If they have nothing to offer mentally, then I can't get into a
Sapiosexual.
relationship with them.
Let's talk about you mentally. Do you read a lot?
Yeah.
How do you stimulate your mind?
Reading, puzzles, chess, studying.
Or you study a lot?
Yeah. Well, going to school, the fact that I'm continuously putting myself through school is, challenges. Yeah.
Are you currently reading anything?
Currently. Yeah. I'm reading, I think it's called Analects of Confucius.
Okay.
But it's a big book. It takes time to finish. One of those where you read bit by bit.
You
bit by
like
bit over time.
self-improvement or fictional when it comes to books?
Definitely self-improvement. Yeah, because that's the whole reason. I feel like that's the whole reason why people read books. Some people do it to escape. That's where you can read fictional. But I have read some fiction. Dan Brown Origins. Yeah, that was amazing. That book was amazing. But it had some truth to it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because so the book was about the Vatican and other stuff. But it was fiction.
I didn't know that about you. That's good.
Yeah.
That you read a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's one year where I read about 30 books in 1 year.
Oh, wow.
2019.
So that would be like 2 or more books each month.
Yeah. I was just reading quite a lot.
When the world was shut down with the pandemic, COVID-19,
That was,
what were you doing?
I was stuck in Singapore. I couldn't leave because if I left, that means I couldn't go back. So I was just stuck.
Doing
I was
what?
there.
Reading? And
Yeah,
how
just started
Singapore,
studying,
as a nation to stay, how is it?
It's clean, it's convenient, it's a futuristic country. There are a lot of things that I've seen out there that I want to bring back into the development sector again. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It opens your eyes. They're just ahead technologically.
Futuristic.
Yeah. It's just, you feel like you're in an alien island or something.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't feel real.
With robots?
Yeah. A lot of humans are losing their jobs because all these tech guys are creating robots that can do
So it's actually happening.
jobs that humans are supposed to do. So a lot of people, for example, I remember 2 years ago, the pharmacy had like my doctors or the people at the counters who you give them your prescription and then they hand you your meds. So I went to the doctor one time. Chirwari, I need to get some medication. There was just one person in the whole pharmacy area, and it had like 8 tills, but all those tills were now empty. When I should have watched the tills, there was a robot. There's medication stacked up, like organized, and the person, I'm going to press a button. Okay, you give him your prescription. I'm going to press a button, and then so that means 8 people or 7 people lost their jobs. To one robot. It's like your robot, you put it through a slot and then you get your meds. What to buy.
I wonder how the world is going to look like 10 years from now.
At our campus, on campus, a couple of the cleaning.
So you went to a
the
university in
janitors,
Singapore.
Yeah,
Which one?
BCA Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that academy it's a government institution that controls all the development in Singapore. So anything Chidagowakwa, they sign off on it. So they have an academy that they teach people about construction. My engineer is a construction.
Oh, that's
academy.
where you did your architecture.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
construction academy, so it's a well-known, renowned institution.
Alrighty. Let's talk about your time at Kutama.
Yeah.
It was not so much of maybe a private school. You were a boarder that side.
Yeah.
How was it? No girls, just the boys.
Going in there Form 1, coming from Hartman House.
Yeah. You went there
being a
Form
day
1.
scholar, and then going to chikoro chiri kumusha.
Yes.
It's a completely different mind. It was interesting. It was interesting.
Yeah.
But no, I faced.
You were there for how long?
I faced a lot of bullying. A lot of bullying because finally, when it was basketball season, there were any two pairs of sneakers, and they said, "Okay, those are new." But some people couldn't even afford one pair of sneakers. So it was one of those things where they went get because
You're privileged.
because something as small as brother, I need 2 pairs of sneakers. Yeah, so Form 1, Form 2, I went through a lot of bullying, but when I got taller, Form 3, Form 4, I wasn't getting bullied.
You were there for how long? For 4 years?
Yeah. But, it was a good experience.
Did it humble you in
I
some
wouldn't-
way
I
to
wouldn't
see
change
life
those
in a
4
different
years.
way?
I wouldn't change those 4 years.
Kanojo, you
The only
always
thing it did, to be honest, was okay. One of the how going to boarding school helped me was I know I'll never suffer in my life. Even if I do suffer, I'll be okay.
yeah.
Because there was a time where Tati was Form 4, and it was 2008. 2008 was a global recession, and then that's the same time as well. Zimyangani, serious inflation,
Yes.
so hyperinflation, superinflation, whatever they call it. Right, things were just bad. And Chachaku to come score and showed in any my family, right, fine, but there's some people who go who were really struggling. So now the issue was kuchkora was a headmaster kuza my parents could do some people chapchakawand. So I had to suffer, not just because everyone else was suffering.
Yeah.
So not everyone, but some people
Most
couldn't
of
even get food, get tucked, you get what I'm saying? And some people were jealous. I mean, at one point, with this saga, you guys want to limit my growth and my comfort just because of one tambure.
I think
but
it
also
works,
the other
though.
side, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
fine, cool, but it affected me negatively
Oh, it,
because now I had enough food. I was hungry. So to pinda mojamba. So what we used to
it
do.
was so necessary. I
What
don't
we
even
used to-
feel sorry for you.
What we used to do, there's all dining room in calf. So that will break in dining room. She buy my supplies. She now knock dome to the iron, to flip the iron off, to my bricks. And it's not the steam irons.
Yes.
My iron is seam.
It's seam.
Yeah, you flip them over, put 2 bricks, leave it on for about 30 minutes, an hour, it turns red. Once that is lunchbox, just seam, and it wants a bat. Then not to make your own meal.
Tino,
So
that's
then-
a good experience. It's
so
life.
it's things like that. Then I appreciate because I know that if you put me in this situation, I'll make a plan. I can survive. I won't die. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I appreciate from it. But I wouldn't send my kids there. I'm sorry.
You would bath
I
with
wouldn't
cold
send
water,
them. Yeah,
or
bath with cold water. During winter food.
that's a good thing. I also went to a boarding school, and it's very necessary. You need to know both sides in life.
Yeah. But you see, look at someone like, for example, my younger brother and ended up boarding school, but he's
But you're
survive.
different.
I don't know.
No, you are different.
I don't know.
I think you're different.
Oh.
You're
I don't
just
know.
not in a bad way, but then I think some people don't
My
feel that
sister
it's
didn't go to boarding
necessary.
school, but I know she would never suffer. If the hardest, if she gets into the West, you get so it's things like that where I was like, but I didn't need to go to boarding school.
Why did they take you to boarding school, yet others did not go to boarding
I
school?
think they thought it was the best thing.
Who is the naughtiest among the three of you?
Didn't I roll out the most, but I'm not sure. I don't think I was the naughtiest.
Who is the naughtiest, the most talkative?
Talkative
and-
is my little brother.
Yeah.
Antora.
Chatrunga.
Yeah.
Naughtiest or no go into that, you know.
Eh,
I think it's him. It's Chatrunga. Is it Chatrunga again?
not kuti chivo because mskanzo hatina anoite mskanzo. You see, that's the thing. Zvinoma zvefu. Okay, back then zvinoma zvainzi zvataita like going out to the club and mskanzo. You get it?
No, but then I guess
Kuita mskana hanzi mskanzo.
no, naughtiness is not so relative. You just know that this person is the naughtiest. He's likely the one to do something
Like what?
weird or
Like what? If you say, if you give me an example of what, what can be done.
you know, I think naughty is one thing that's just the. It's not even. We don't even have to dig into. I think it is the one.
I think from all the guys, Tessie.
Or in Russell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the wise one who you go to for wise counsel, the level-headed one.
Yeah, I'm the most level-headed. On God.
And Bona?
They might say Bona. Did wise.
And Bona?
I may be immature on purpose at times.
Yeah.
But nature's running in shit. This is okay, it's not gonna affect me. Do you get what I'm saying?
So for
but
wise
when I get
counsel,
the same thing,
yeah.
I don't consult choir because.
Did you hear my question? Who other members of the family come for just a proper conversation, like a wise counsel, where if you want advice, you know, in a family, like I'm from a family of blah, blah, blah. If I want, I know who to go to.
It depends on the situation.
The situation.
But when there's a fight, because I barely fight in the family. So when they fight, when people come to me because I'm usually the one who mediates, who brings the peace, doesn't want drama. But I'm fine, I don't that drama. Sometimes my sister will be to drama, my brother will be to drama, my mom drama. So but I'm the one who's like, I should drama. I don't want drama. So when there's drama, they come to me. But when it comes to things like life, asking someone where I should take my life.
Yes.
They don't come to me. We go to my sister or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is what I was asking. But then I think I kind of believe you to some extent that you are.
I'm a peacekeeper.
I think so. From what I've seen, I think you are. Yeah. What keeps you grounded? Do you have people that you are accountable to who tell you when you are wrong and put you in line? Because for someone in your position, you probably have friends who can't really voice when they think that you're offside because, I don't know. Do you have those people, your accountability partners, who call you off like, Tino?
I used to have people who used to do that and I realized they were limiting me.
You felt it was limiting you?
Yeah, and you know, there's certain things that those ones who say it and you realize, and you're like, but if you guys saw the vision the way I see it, you'd realize that what I'm doing is best for, is what's best for me, and it's gonna benefit me. Maybe you might not see it now. You might think,
so you don't listen to nobody?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. The only person I listened to was my dad. My mom, I listen to my mom. But you know, I'm 30 now, so it's one of those where you have your own life. You can't go to other people.
Do you have a person, that you believe for you to get the truth as it is? Maybe that person who will be like honest with you.
Yeah, people will keep me in check.
Okay, that's what I'm
even
saying.
from the smallest things to the biggest things, people keep me in check.
But I get you, because sometimes I should look once.
I have my friends where, for example, if I have things to do in the morning, or they call me, or or if we go out and we stay out for too long, they're like, come back, you just journey, come back, go up here. Things like that. We check on each other. What's the word? Yeah, we keep each other in check.
Okay.
Yeah, we keep each other in check.
What do you do in your free time? How do you unwind? How do you chill? Do you watch any series? I know that you read, but then outside of the serious stuff of reading and accumulating knowledge, what else do you do? And clubbing. I know that you club, but then outside of that, what else do you like doing?
I just keep it simple. I don't like to overload myself with different things. I work out, go to the gym.
How often? How many times a week?
It varies. Since I've been in the gym, I haven't really worked out that much because I've been socializing a lot and moving around with people. Going to the farm, spending time with family. But mangwana do it, don't you? I work out, do yoga, I relax.
Oh, you do yoga?
Yeah, read, study. Yeah.
So it also helps with your mental health.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
Okay, and re-eating, can you cook? Were you trained to cook? What do you do chores
You learn,
or?
no, I learned. I'm a visual learner, so I learned by watching other people.
Oh,
When I open up kitchen, someone now, that's what I should be can do.
yeah.
And then I'll just pick up. I'll just watch what they do, and then I'll just copy.
What has been the highlight of your life so far, of your 30 years of existence, that you say, oh God, how amazing? What has been the highlight?
To be honest, it's getting to this stage, being here right now, at this moment. Anything could have happened to me. In these 30 years, I could have lost my life, maybe lost a leg, lost an eye, but everything's intact. Of course, I've had my ups and downs, my challenges, but I'm happy that I'm here and I've managed to go through everything that I've been through. That's what I can say is the main thing that I'm grateful for.
And the passing on of your dad, how has that changed your perception on life? What is it that you miss the most?
That one's it's a bit complicated because my dad was sick for a long time, over 10 years. So it's just a matter of time.
And you knew?
So for those 10 plus years, we knew as a family, okay, Baba's sick. Anytime the doctor can tell us, okay, he's got a couple days or months to live. But that day never came for 10 plus years. So I guess within those 10 plus years, there was a lot going on, emotional roller coasters. But we'd spend as much time with him as possible because we didn't know, okay, when was the date going to be, when is he going to die. So when 2018 came, 19, that's when I moved to Singapore. I went to Singapore first, right? It just so happened by chance. And then he also came to Singapore for his treatment. He was doing his treatment, and then that's when he stayed a couple of months. But then those 5 to 6 months that he was there, that's when he was the most ill. He was ill, and he wasn't coming out of bed, staying in bed. He was barely walking. He didn't want to eat. He was sick. He was like, oh, I can't eat. I can't do anything. To the point where I talked to a push on wheelchair. My mom would have to bathe him. Sometimes also I'd have to come help bathe him. It's a lot seeing someone who used to take care of you to now in a point where they're vulnerable. They can't take care of themselves. It's painful. There are days where
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It must be really tough.
Yeah.
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 Let me have tissue. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it never gets easy, right, to talk about it.
It's easy to talk about, but the emotions, they're always the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because it's the person you would have known for the rest of your life, like since you were born, and
Yeah.
it's difficult. It's never easy, and I hope God will strengthen you and will keep comforting you, and we just thank Him that you're able to spend your time together. Yeah, yeah. How would you want to make Him proud?
Um, the main thing that he told me before he passed away was take care of your family. Take care of the family, take care of your mom, your sister, your brothers, just
Yeah,
make sure they're okay.
and you're doing that.
So, yeah, that's...
And what did you take away from the life that He lived, that He instilled in you?
Um, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. He taught me discipline. Certain areas in my life where I can say I'm disciplined just because I've watched how he used to live his life, and so it motivates me. How dedicated he was to his work, how dedicated he was every morning. That motivates me to just keep going,
And
just
you,
keep challenging.
you used to call him Baba?
Yeah, and I know it did.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it died before, it depends.
May his soul continue to rest in peace, Tino.
Yeah.
What does this next chapter of your life hold? Let's say 5 years from now. Where do you see yourself?
5 years is a long time.
You'll be 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully at that time, I'm hoping to have achieved more than I have now. Yeah. 5 years is a long time. Hoping to get another degree or some form of extra education, definitely. Of course, business-wise, make sure
Business-wise, what are you doing at the moment?
So we have a farm. So we farm a lot. In season, we farmed soya.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. And then, of course, no way to my because while the crops are growing, you can't just sit there and watch the crop grow. You just have to give it its time.
Yeah.
And so while the crops are growing, we'll be engaging other businesses. Zimbabwe has a lot of natural resources, so you can easily, it's easy for people to get natural resources here in Zim and sell them outside for profit. So that's what a lot of people do.
Okay.
Yeah, so something that I do here and there as well. Yeah.
So 5 years from now, it's looking good.
So I'm hoping that to keep going and to have settled down.
With my Gushungo.
Yeah. To have at least like maybe 2 kids at least.
Yeah.
And hopefully by then I want to start building my house, but I don't know when.
In Zim?
Yeah.
Would you want to settle here in
Yeah.
Zim? Are you based here now, or you're in and out?
I'm only out because I'm just studying outside, but the whole intention is to come back home and, of course, be a permanent, resident here. Yeah.
With your family.
With my family and then my new family.
Your new family.
Yeah, my new family.
Hans, what's the... Okay. No, Tino. Robert Mugabe Jr., thank you so much for your time. Which name do you prefer?
Both of them. They're my names, so I'm
your
cool
names.
with them. Yeah. Yeah, if people want to call me Robert, they can call me Robert. If they want to call me Tino, yeah, they can call me Tino.
You are good vibes. Such a chilled guy. And
Appreciate
I
that.
hope that...
Yeah, you're good vibes yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, may God continue to do amazing things for you.
Yeah.
And may the
same
next chapter do amazing and big things for you.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And next time it will be Tino, my Gushu,
Yeah, Robert the Third.
and Robert the Third. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching Candid with Candy. Coming to you live, of course, from Ezulwini Villa. You can see looking lush and good. We are back again soon. Make sure that you subscribe. Remember to subscribe, hey? Remember to subscribe, to like, and to share. And I love you so much for watching. Remember to keep praying, keep trusting God, keep believing. I'm V Candy signing out. Mwah.